Hello, here I'm going to talk about morphs and allomorph identification. And this is me, Ruth Chris Natalia, from Introduction to General Linguistics class. What is morphs? Morph is the phonetic realization of morpheme which study the unit of form, sounds, and phonetic symbol. The morph can be divided into two important classes, lexical and grammatical. Lexical morph is the morph that denote directly objects, actions, qualities, and other pieces of real world. For example, table, dog, walk, etc. And grammatical morph is the morph that has been modifying the meaning of the lexical morph by adding a certain element to them. For example, unable, re, d, in, and, ly, l, IZE, shen, anti, dis, ment, ARE, and ISM. Look at this example. Disbelief has a phonetic symbol dis and belief. So we can conclude that every phonetic symbol of morpheme is called morph. What is allomorph? Allomorph is variant form of morpheme about sounds and phonetic symbols, but it doesn't change the meaning. There are three types of allomorph. The first one, phonologically conditioned allomorph. The choice of allomorph is predictable on the basis of the pronunciation. Allomorph of the indefinite article and before vowels, example, and 11, and a before consonant, example, a dog. Both of them have meaning one single. Allomorph of the regular past tense morphem. Some more allomorph of the negative prefix in. Allomorph of the regular past tense is allomorph morphem. And ID, T, D are allomorph. The second one is morphologically conditioned allomorph. The choice of allomorph is determined by particular morphem, not just by their pronunciation. For example, the morphem "sum" in change to "some" in consume become consumption. And the last is lexically conditioned allomorph. The choice of allomorph is unpredictable, thus memorized on a word-by-word basis. Example, ox, the plural is oxen, sheep, the plural is sheep. Allomorph occur at every morphem. For example, agree has one morphem and one allomorph. So we can conclude that allomorph is variant form of a morphem about the sound and phonetic symbol, but it doesn't change the meaning. Allomorph has different in pronunciation and spelling according to their condition. It means that allomorph will have different sound, pronunciation, or spelling in the different condition. Inflectional and derivational. The morphemes in the list on the left contribute in some way to the insertion of the words in a particular grammatical context, so that the word agrees with this context in terms of tense, number, person, etc. The changes in meaning that this morpheme brings are minimal. They are called inflectional morphemes, not that these are all suffixes. The morphemes in the list on the right bring considerable semantic change to the word. Often word class is changed. For example, modern as adjective become verb, modernize. Drink as verb become Adjective, drinkable. These are called derivational morphemes because they are used to derive new words. Derivational morphemes may be prefixes or suffixes. Just look at this example. Inflectional is still and derivational is change. Ganda. Different languages also employ different means to produce inflectional marking on form. Here are some examples from Ganda, a language spoken in Uganda. Girl, for singular is Omulawala, and the girls plural is Abalawa. From this small sample, we can observe that there is an inflectional prefix omu used with singular nouns and different inflectional prefix aba used with the plural of these nouns. Ilocano. When we look at Ilocano, a language of the Philippines, we find a quite different way of marking plurals. Look at this example. Head as singular is ulo, and the plural of heads is ululo. In these examples, there seems to be repetition of the first part of the singular form. The process involved here is technically known as reduplication or repeating all or part of a form. Kanuri. Kanuri is a language spoken in Nigeria. For example, excellent as adjective is karite. Become noun is namkarite. That is excellence. From this set, we can propose that the prefix name is a derivational morpheme that can be used to derive nouns from adjective. And the last one is Tagalog. Here are some other intriguing examples from Tagalog, another language spoken in the Philippines. Look at this example, basa, read, and read, bumasa, babasa is will read. So the marking of future reference in Tagalog appears to be accomplished via reduplication. And me from 11 Maret University, thank you for watching and goodbye.